Welcome to Game Dev Weekly. My name's Max, I'm the developer of Hydroneer. In today's episode I'm going to show you a very large feature that's going to be coming in 1.3. That 1.3 update is going to be coming in around July/August time. I don't have an exact date yet, but I will keep you guys informed. Before I jump into the update though, I just want to mention that 1.3 is going to be full of loads of new features, but also loads and loads of fixes and changes. You can see here from a very blurry image of the patch notes, the top section is where all the new features are, but right below that is all of the fixes and changes that are coming. The first thing I'm going to show you is the Workbench System, and this is about fleshing out the mid-game by giving players a new progression tree that they can kind of work their way up towards, while also using a really fun new crafting system. Before I show off the new crafting system, there's one thing that I really want to show you guys, and it is the new store. This area kind of felt a bit redundant. It was only really there for decoration, but now it actually has a purpose. In this small store, you can buy some pipe filters, spanners, and tool bags. Really happy with how this thing came out. I made these massive spanners to give the world a bit of an iconic look over here, and I think the stores come out really nice. Anyway, onwards to the new system. You can see here I've set up just a little test area. There will be a new area in 1.3 with this store in it, but I haven't finished that area yet, so I've just put it in here to give a little bit of an example. So this new store isn't quite finished yet. There is a few more things that I want to do, but essentially the way this works is it's kind of like a progression tree. What these are blueprints. They are a new way of crafting items, which I'll go into a little bit later on. But first off, I'm just going to show you how to purchase these blueprints. Each blueprint has a previous requirement. So you can see this shield blueprint right here requires a kettle of 18 weight, which is the previous unlock right here. You can see this kettle requires a candle which of a weight of 12. And you can see here this candle requires a sword of weight 12. Now this is the first one in the chain, so it requires an item that's crafted on the anvil. So this item right here is a sword, and we've got a sword right here. So the way we're going to do this is I'm just going to chuck this in the bucket, and in true Hydroneer fashion it does not really stay in that bucket, but it's alright. So you can see here that said it's 14 there. So this blueprint requires one of 12. So I've made this sword a little bit too big, but that's all right. I will lose that weight of 2 on this sword, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just pick this blueprint up. So you can see here a description, and the crafting requirements are outlined on the blueprint here. So you can see this requires a gold bar of weight 3. So I'm just going to put this on the table right here, and you can see here swapping one sword with a weight of 12 will allow me to purchase this. So I'm just going to buy that. It's made the sword disappear, and now I can remove this blueprint. There's quite a few blueprints, and on the top row right here you can also see that it unlocks some useful parts. So a few of these are just some pipe objects, and then we start to look into getting spanners, straight pipes. Also, finally, the last item to unlock is the tool bag. So you make your way across this progression tree all the way to this blunderbuss right here, and then up top here you've got the tool bag. This is a little bit complicated, so I think I can make it a bit easier with some arrow models. I'll be adding those later on when I figure out the new area. Anyway, onwards. So we've got our blueprint here. I think you can already see a bug. I've missed the 3 out on the weight symbol, so I'm gonna have to go into that and fix that up later on. So here we are at this little example level. This is the new bench, so it is a crafting bench. I'll pick it up just so you guys can see what it says. Workbench creates various items. Place blueprint on the block and materials on wood. Use with a screwdriver. And I'm gonna take this candle blueprint and place it right there. Now, as we saw earlier, this requires a bar of 3. It's a shame that I've forgotten to place the number on this blueprint right here, but that's okay. I'll look into fixing that. So right here, we've got a bar, but this bar is a weight of 6. I could place this right here and craft the candle, but that, I would be wasting half a bar. So what we can do is we can take the saw and we can cut the bar in half. Now, this probably should produce 2 hot bars. I think I should probably fix that in the future. But right now we just need this 1 bar, so I'll give it a little bit more heat. and that should be good. So I'm going to take that out there. I'm going to take my new screwdriver tool, and then I'm going to create this. So now I can sell this in the store, just like any other object. Unfortunately though, this one will not be a big enough weight. We've only put in a weight of 3 into it, so it means that we can't actually purchase the kettle blueprint, as that requires a candle weight of 12, and this one is only 3. So if I took that blueprint and took a bar weighing 12 or more, then I could create a new candle and unlock this new blueprint. That's essentially the way this new progression tree works. What's great about it is I can add in more objects in the future, so it's quite scalable, but I think right now it's a little bit confusing. So I need to add in more things into the world, like arrows showing how the progression tree works, to make this a little bit easier to understand. I hope I've explained this bit well enough in the video, but I'm sure there'll be lots of changes before this is actually implemented into 1.3. So this part of the video is something I like to call, what was it? Max's video competition part? No, Max's weekly video Max's video, hold on. Max's weekly competition video part. And this week has been the theme of Hydroneer memes. You guys have submitted your memes on the Discord, and then I've gone through them and picked out some of my favorites. These me called Bob Marley's because they're always jamming. This is a really good one. I will be doing another pass on trying to fix the funnels in this next update. I think we're actually on like the 4th version of funnels, but every time they're getting a little bit better, but I think I just need to restart them, and we're going to look at the models again, myself and Chewy, and just completely fix them. Almost done buying all the pipes I need. Yep, well, at least hopefully the new update will help that out now that you can actually craft your own pipes. Pour out nicely or go fucking everywhere, a pan full of ore. That's brilliant. I really do love it when everyone makes fun of my game. Next meme. Me buying a tool bag instead of 5 spanners. Stonks. Yep, the price of the tool bag is just a little bit cheaper. And actually, I should probably mention as well, it's even cheaper if you do craft it. Anyway, that's going to do it for this week's competition. If you submitted something, thank you very much. And this next theme is going to be about shards. Now this can be about shard crystals or shard bars. This can be either in meme format, in screenshots, in artwork, anything you like. So if you head over to the Discord linked below in the description, then you can head over to the competition channel and put your entry in there. Please remember it is 1 entry per person. So this next item I want to show off is called the pallet. I haven't got a model for this yet, so I'm just using the build floor, but I will have it later on. This is something that you'll buy in Bridgeport, and it is pretty useful. It helps out with buying multiple items at once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it into the store right here. And let's say I'd like to buy quite a few water pipes. Now, the way this works is slightly similar to putting items into the back of the truck, but with this you can see it's also got collision, so that means I can't put items inside each other. You got to stack all the items on top like a Tetris style to get everything ready to purchase. So right here I've got a nice pallet load of pipes. Let's pick them all up. It's a little bit tricky to see when you've got quite a few items, but that's okay. Right, so all of those are in there. I've got some money in here, so I'm just gonna purchase that. Then I can take this item out and put it into the back of my truck. You can see there's a little bit of issues right there. It doesn't like being put into the truck, but I can fix that up later on. Anyway, so we're gonna just take this over here. And one really cool thing about this as well is you can actually place it down as if it was just a building piece. And then I can pull off the pieces like so. So a really useful tool, something that I'm really excited to bring into the game. It's going to make buying multiple objects a lot easier. That's going to do it for this week. If you've been enjoying these videos and you'd like to get them a little bit earlier, then you can head over to the Patreon link below in the description. For $2, you can support me and get these videos a little bit earlier than everyone else. Also in the description are all my other links to Discord, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, not YouTube, we're already on YouTube. Also, if you have been enjoying Hydroneer, please remember to leave a review on Steam. That really, really does help me out. A big thank you to my Patreons as always, and I will see you all next week.